You shouldn't be on this app, Gemzino. Like, because when police turn up there, what you'll do is you'll start crying your eyes out and say, no, it's an act, my mental health. Don't ever let that woman in my life again. Gemzino, you are not welcome. You shouldn't be on Drama Top. You're a bad example of a human being. Disgrace you are.
Okay? And then on top of that, 99% of us are very respectful, and we go into the bathroom, we sit down and do our business, we get up, wash our hands, walk out the door.
So why has she moved on from what Birdman said to now she's going on about the toilet controversy and the opinions on the toilet? Why is she doing this now? I know what Angie's doing. I can see Angie. Because Angie's got beef with EQ now. She's going to go on about this all day now. Yeah. Guys, big up Kay. How long we got to get to popular number 10 in the US?
Judging all trans women on the action of very few. Okay?
Yep.
Because I'm not going to judge all parents or all priests or all foster children on the experience of few.
That's true.
So I'm going to judge all cops on judgment of few.
I know, Ravenstorm.
One bad apple, two bad apples does not mean the whole orchard is...
14k, thank you. 15k, thank you.
Feelings are valid, but I'm not responsible for yours, and you're not responsible for mine, and that's okay. And if you don't want to be kind and courteous to me and use she, her pronouns, or if you call somebody or you misgender somebody and they get upset and they call you a transphobe, guess what? You're not a transphobe. You just don't see in the mirror what they see in the mirror. They may get up every morning, no matter how non-passing they are, and see and feel like they're a beautiful woman. Just because you don't agree with that doesn't make you a transphobe. I'm aware of that. There's a lot of bad apples that aren't aware of that. I'm also aware that I will never, ever be a biological woman, and that is okay with me. And for the women, the trans women that fight that, and for the real women that fight that, again, please remember, you're part of the problem, okay?
Please.
A woman, XX chromosomes, and sometimes XXY. That's it. If your chromosomes are different than that, you're a man, no matter what. Shh. But your feelings are still valid. Bye. Love you.
Oh, someone just sent me that. What do you reckon, guys? Yeah. What do you...
I reckon when you're friends with somebody, you can't view them as a woman, and then when you fall out with them, you view them as a man. That's what I reckon.
I've had my opinions on that, and I don't agree. You know, I've always said, unless you've had the whole surgery, but you'd never know that, really, would you, when someone walks into the bathroom? I just feel women need to be safe, and when I say safe, I just feel that anyone can just put on a wig and a dress and pretend they're a trans female, you know, and that's the problem. I need to go to the loo. So anyway, we're going to move on from that, guys, because we've spoken enough about that. We're going to play CLA. CLA says, I will play CLA in a minute. What we got now? Oh, wait a minute. We've got some more.
My opinion is not.
Pick up, everyone. Thank you.
Once again, gets the loo.
Can you please explain to me how
Evil Queen,
I know.
as a woman, just like you'd have to respect people that I know in my personal life, what they choose to identify as.
10k now. Hello, darling.
To Mama Kaz, to Elphaba. Evil Queen is trying.
Fucking lost your argument when you're viewing Elphaba, when you're trying to say I'm doing this because I'm sticking up for Elphaba's rights. So why you mention Elphaba? Oh, EQ's been transphobic, but EQ's been transphobic to Mama Kaz and Elphaba, so you're trying to bring it in to stick up for them too. But yet you're transphobic yourself. Make it make sense.
You asked me a question, and I said, well, I believe Evil Queen's biologically a man, and she is biologically a man.
But she's Birdman. That's a hate. You actually cannot say that.
You can.
He can say his opinion, he's a right, but he's saying it in a hateful way. You have your right to say your opinion, but he fucking lost his argument totally when he started playing what he did and mocking the trans community. You made a mockery. You are transphobic. You were quite happy to fly over and get her clout. Birdman, because you'll see this on the FYP, because I don't give a fuck about who you are or what you are. I don't care, couldn't care less. But what you didn't mind was getting her clout off her, and she was viewed as a woman by you when you flew out there and you were doing content with her. That the minute you fall out, she's a man. So, and that's my opinion. That's where I stand on it.
Hair colour, what someone looks like. You can have an opinion of that. Going at someone's gender.
So, and the person in the comments, I'm going to make you look real stupid right now. He's just brought up an argument about EQ being transphobic, saying that Elphaba is not a man, but yet he's sitting there calling EQ a man. So if you want to try and laugh at me in the comments, yeah, and say, well, he's making a point. Well, he's just brought Mama Kaz and Elphaba up because EQ says they're men, but yet he's calling EQ a man. So how can he use that argument? Please explain to me how he can use that argument. Because in his mind, him saying he's transphobic, why are you blocking people with their opinions? No one's getting blocked. No one's getting blocked. You're not getting blocked. Who's getting blocked? Comes up on my screen when someone's been blocked. Who's being blocked? Who's being blocked? He has just contradicted himself and you don't like it. He has just contradicted himself because in his religion and what he believes in, according to him, Mama Kaz and Elphaba are men. So then he's just used that EQ has been transphobic towards them. So you agree with EQ. So how can you use that in an argument? Pardon? Where are you now, trolls? Come back at that now, trolls. Pardon? Oh, nothing to say. Didn't think so. I'll give you 5 minutes to let your brains work.
Yeah, I don't think she said anything wrong. She's defending the trans community.
My God,
she,
it's ridiculous.
You got to be careful. You don't want to incite hatred on social media. Do you know what I mean?
Well, pretty much, Ange, stating your opinion and then going on to use context, use two songs against someone of a protected community is pretty much hate, I think, Ange. And you know it, Ange. You're going to backtrack. Around about 3 o'clock, you're going to backtrack. Selective morals, that's true.
Exactly.
Really, Binks.
We're all guilty of that, though, aren't we?
Yeah, and I don't think that's right that EQ has been transphobic to those people you've just said either, because she should know how they feel.
And she was called out for it. Stop saying this and bringing this up. EQ was called out of it by many platforms. EQ. 3 or 4 platforms called EQ out on it.
What does it say? Dan plus Luke forever. What? I heard No Face is actually oh, for God's sake. Sorry, guys. I thought this was a bloody video. I don't know why I saved this. Birdman says No Face can pull up to him in Birmingham.
I don't know, Lisa.
I can't play James's video. You're right. It was bang out of order.
Luke, I don't quite understand when people keep saying I've been transphobic. Are we forgetting that Mama Kaz has put pictures of me up as a male on his screen and called me Andrew, Miss Bayaz, Elphaba's called me Paul O'Grady? Like, if we argue amongst our community, like, you could call Joey Ticky and Dan a faggot and it wouldn't mean anything, you know what I mean? So, as part of a community of people,
okay, so let's
it's not the same thing.
Let's call it tit for tat then.
Yeah, so because that's what people seem to forget is that, like, man's a lot of retaliation when people are putting me up as a boy and mocking me and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I'm not transphobic at all.
Oh my God.
I've been removed.
It's because you said that word. I don't like that word. But my point... Oh, EQ, you've got me a ban. A guest in your live is violated by hate speech and policy. Repeated of this. A guest in your live has violated our hate and... Oh, my God. EQ! I'm trying to keep this account clean. What was I going to say? But my point was... I hate that word. I don't like the P word that people use because it's not funny. And I don't like the F word. But she's right. If a GAY man calls another GAY man a... Well, I would view it as that, really. That's just my opinion. I would, actually. That's a strange argument. I'll have to think about that one. Let me write that down. look into calling each other guts and there we go. But my point is what my point was about their tit for tat EQs and fucking things like that. My point was EQ was called out for it. That was my only point, EQ, that you were actually called out for it. You get called out for what you've done. You get called out for it. You get held to account.
But Birdman